What's going on, Char Char? How you feeling about Vira? She's a little worse, I think, now, right? Oh, hop in VC. Okay, you know what? Sure, why not, Char Char? Why not?
Oh, we're so bad. We're so bad, baby.
Really? Okay, so obviously like you're the expert here. So when I looked at the patch notes, I was like, I thought like she got some buffs for sure, but I thought like overall there's a lot of stuff that got hit on her. Do you disagree?
I definitely disagree. I think actually Vira is actually a big winner in this patch.
Really? Okay, well hold on. Let me pull up the patch notes for you. I want you to explain this to me because you know better than I do on this.
So one of the biggest thing for Vira that I think is absolutely amazing is her movement speed.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that I will say that I saw that I was like that's good. I don't know how big the buff is, but like these are obviously like these are very nice buffs for like a footsies neutral like buttons character, right?
Yes. Especially for footsies, right? Yeah. Because movement speed, being fast in a fighting game is really good.
Oh, I'm with you.
Because that means you can shimmy better, you can do better stuff. I think the fine print was the movement speed, because Blade of Light has been increased. Blade of Light is her command grab, right?
Yeah. It also goes faster.
It goes faster based off the dash speed.
Yeah.
Now that's a fine print right there. Because if we're talking about dash speed, and she just got her dash speed was already good. She was one of the faster dash speeds.
Decently fast.
But now being able to match the dash speed with command grab, right?
Yeah.
That tells me that they really said, hey, we want to make you be able to get command grab more often and faster.
Sure.
To get into. Because the biggest thing with Vira, the biggest thing a lot of people looked at it is that base form Vira got hit.
Okay, so let me can I ask you a question real quick? Because I just had a thought maybe of what. So are you saying, so for example, right? Some stuff people might look at and be like, it's a nerf. I'm gonna guess maybe that your idea is that when you were fighting good people as Vira, these nerfs like almost don't matter. Like things like her MDP being punishable on block now instead of safe, right? Good people are probably already spot dodging that and killing you for it, right?
They're already. So that's something I actually wanted to address too.
Yeah.
MDP and Illuminating Merge, they were already punishable on block.
Yeah.
MDP was safe, but it's not punishable. It's just a regular and
again,
DP
like
punish,
people
right?
know what they're doing, spot dodge that thing like most of the time anyway. It's very reactive.
Yeah. So those two, and by my phrasing here, I'm a competitive Pokemon player, so this is how I look at stuff a lot of the time. And people in the chat, if you play Pokemon, they'll understand. Like for example, there's a Pokemon called Sceptile, right?
Okay.
Sceptile. He's a grass type. He's a glass can. So he gets one shot if he was, you know what I mean.
Okay.
And his buff was that he got a new typing. He got a grass dragon, and a lot of people looked at it as like, oh, that's a nerf. Well, he was already gonna get one shot anyway.
Right.
Getting the dragon type was more beneficial than a nerf.
Okay, so you're saying these things
I was already
gonna
get. Yeah, I was already getting punished no matter what.
I mean, obviously, a 15 frame punish is a lot bigger than 6, or you were plus 6 after spot dodge, I think. But like, it's you're still getting punished, and the Luminaire Merge is a medium punish, now it's a heavy punish. They're still getting. I guess it's more so she's less degenerate in low level play, which is good, right?
Yes.
And then you're saying she's buffed if you know what you're doing.
Yes. Some of the biggest changes to me that I think was really good for her. Transform Scholar Oath medium is now a ground hitted combo. You can combo off it now more reliably. And
did I have to counter hit before to do that, or
no? Yeah, it was counter hit. Now it doesn't counter hit.
Oh, this is plus on block one too, right?
Yes, that was the plus on block. So if you get hit by it, you're getting comboed for it.
Interesting.
Another thing was her luminary changes was really good for her.
Number of hits increased, or what exactly?
Just the damage and number increase. That's really important because people. It does 100 more damage.
Yeah. Which I mean, again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I was saying this for I can't remember who. I think it was some character in the patch notes. It was Lucilius. In a patch where everyone's damage is going down, getting any kind of buff to your damage is a double effect. It's actually it's a big deal, right? Even if it is 100 damage.
Yes. Yeah. So like, at the end of the day, for Vira, I think overall she received more buffs than what she was hindered for.
Dude, I think what? I think you're right. I mean, obviously you would be right over me, but I think you're because I looked at a lot of things like, oh, this is more fun. But yeah, you're right. It's like he's the like annoying shit about her is less annoying, but I think yeah, there's like a lot of like the you know the stun dipper RC, the use Scarlet Oath is punishable now. Again, you're not throwing that shit out of neutral if you're like good at the character. Probably it's all like the degenerate shit that made Vira annoying to fight in like S rank is gone. But then besides that, I guess it is like most, which is good. I think Vira was not like a top tier. I don't think he did like heavy nerfs. So I'm actually happy with this.
Oh yeah, the install. What they really want, if you read through it too, what they really wanted and what they really wanted for Vira players to do is they wanted her to go into install. A lot of Viras didn't want to because in the end of the day, install wasn't much of a worth priority because you wanted to use ult skills more and stuff. That's why everybody would take the risk of command grabbing or trying to combo into it. And at the end of the day, I mean, also one of the biggest, I think, also another big buff is that close H is.
I was just gonna say
startup. Close H now is the A-framer.
So here's the thing, right? Besides this being like this was already like a goated button and like a better anti-air than a lot of 2Hs. Close L, close H is a frame trap now.
Yeah,
right?
It's a true frame trap.
Which is well, I guess we get thrown out of it before possibly if you were in range, right?
Yeah. If I did it, I would get grab out of trying to. I would get mashed on too. But like in the end of the day, that was A-frame. Close H is fucking. It's
a big deal.
Excuse my language.
I'll go for it though. I share all the time when I'm not on YouTube.
But it's a huge, and not even that too. I mean, look at transforming jumping M can now be air dash canceled, and that shows potential high-low mix in corners.
I don't know what this means. Like we're not Guilty Gear, but like this seems like some fucking anime shit. Like this is.
Yeah, no. To put it in a situation, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you were in the corner. And you got hard knocked down and Luminary was activated.
Yeah.
Now you're holding the Luminary block, and then I jump at you with jumping M. Now you have to guess. Now you have to guess. Now you have to guess if I'm going to air dash cancel it.
Right. I didn't think about this as like in setups. Oh, dude, fuck you. No. Oh, never mind. That sucks. I mean, it's great, but it sucks.
No, it's a great situation because now if I hit you with far M and then air dash cancel it, I can go for a safe jump.
Yeah.
It is a safe jump setup. And I can bait out DPs. I can bait out, and if you try to throw a hit, you get counter hit into a combo potentially.
What's going on, Twy? Yeah, that's wow. Fair enough. You know what? Yeah. They made a lot of the buffs are to the transformed versions of the moves too. So I see what you mean in the sense that like they want you to go into install more often.
They really want you to prioritize install overall.
What does this matter, by the way? The cancel into Grace View, like the little kick out of the transformed L or M Luminera? Is that like, it's just mix? I guess you go into the air and like mix people? Or
so basically, let's say in contact, let's say I push you away with BC, right? And I summon Luminary and install. I can now cancel my animation from summoning Luminary into a 5U.
Oh, so then I'm knocked down, Luminara's doing Oki, and you're coming at me in the air, and you could fucking air dash cancel your JM now, and it all feeds in. Oh, okay.
That a lot of things that a lot of people don't look at. A lot of people just skim through it and be like, "Oh, she didn't get really anything," but Vira actually got a lot in this patch.
No, you know what? I'm glad you explained. Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think now. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and understand summon and another thing is auto combo into ult Luminary is guaranteed 5U. It's guaranteed now. If you get hit by it, you're guaranteed.
No, because it causes a crumple state, right? So you just like 5U after.
A crumple state is only for a transform version.
Oh, I see. Wait, what does fall backward mean? You can command grab out of that too?
Regular version now can cause foe to fall backward. Yes, but so let's say you're getting hit by Luminary, right? When it's done doing its final hit, you'll fall backwards.
Oh,
you'll jump backwards. And then another thing that people grace through, transform Grace View retreat. I have involved frames for 1 to 10 frames.
Right. Yeah.
That means that I can now DP bait you.
Ooh.
And I won't get hit for it.
Yeah, anymore. And also you can do that out of the again. You can do it off Luminary Oki, right? Like you can do that and race you into retreat and okay. So fair enough. How do you? But like, so one thing that kind of like made me think that maybe Vira was like, at least some things about her got worse is this Skybound Dart scaling on super starters. This feels like it only nerfs her. This is like a targeted Vira nerf, basically. Like this is just a nerf to her starting.
No, that right there, that's a universal nerf, and that does affect Vira a little bit.
I don't think does anyone else fucking do this except like CAG doing resets with traps or something. I've been told Namaya can do it in a way, but like this feels like it should just be in Vira's section. Just like Vira does less damage off her install now. But I mean, it's worse as a reversal now anyway, I guess. So like Ferry technically.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse too, and Ferry and stuff. But I mean, overall, that also really doesn't matter too much to Vira because most of the time, it wasn't really much of a doing install super, getting hit by install super. We were just doing that to get you to corner anyways. We still get that anyway, so losing damage for it doesn't really mean too much to us.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
And I think overall, I think Vira was. This is just a hot take. 'Cause I know a lot of Vira players have been saying it was a nerf. Me and a couple other Vira players, top level Vira players, have actually think this is a definite 100% buff.
No,
overall.
After listening to you, I fully agree for sure. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Vira actually jumped.
Sorry?
Vira actually jumped up in the tier. I think Vira is now high tier.
I think I fixated too much on like, oh, look at all this frame data she lost on these things that used to be safe. But no, you're right. In like top level play, this doesn't really matter. This makes her less annoying to fight, right? But like, you are already getting one. The Sceptile's already getting one shot, right? So who gives a fuck? Yeah,
I was already getting punished anyways. Like, who cares at the end of the day? Like, and the same thing with MDP. Like, if you spot dodged the second part, I was already going to get punished for it anyways.
You're right, because besides that, it's literally all buffs, right? Besides, like, making the MDP more punishable and making the super more punishable, and there's like one other thing in there somewhere. But, like, besides those nerfs, which are, like, not that meaningful, like we just talked about, it is like all buffs and like big buffs, like the move speed. The
and another thing I skimmed through too. A lot of people didn't realize. Vira, Darken, 236H.
Oh yeah.
There was an issue. There was an issue with it where sometimes it would throw the opponent behind Vira. They fixed
get them out of the corner, basically, right?
Yeah. And they fixed that now. So now Vira will stop right there, so the opponent can't fly over her head and stop her momentum.
Yeah, no, I think I was like when I was doing the patch review yesterday, I think I was like lukewarm on this. I was like, well, some things got better, but this got nerfed. But no, I'm fully with you right now. I think she's you've convinced me.
I think honestly, I think she's I think overall she's a big winner in the patch.
Yeah, I agree.
Like she got a lot of stuff, and again, at the end of the day, they really want you to play Vira in the sense of, oh, we want you to get into install.
Yes.
We want you to be an install.
And they incentivize with this.
We don't want you to play base. We didn't want you to play base form Vira. We want you to play install Vira.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the end of the day, I think a lot of players are going to realize, oh, wow, install Vira is now one of the craziest characters in the air.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to respect Vira more in the ladder, and I think overall, Vira received such a great buff. Honestly, I'm very high on Vira right now.
No,
and I think overall, she might have just became high tier in this patch.
Very well explained, by the way, Char. I know you streamed. You need to make like that was you explained that very like articulately. You need to do more of this shit, man. Like that was great.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I play competitive Pokemon. I'm very when I look at patch notes, I read every fine print.
Fair enough.
Like everything, I read everything. I look at stuff. That's like when I looked at Seox notes and stuff. I don't know if you read through Seox.
I've gone through the whole thing. Yeah, I was a little. It was yesterday night, so I was a little tired. Possible I missed stuff.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Seox receiving a health reduction is a huge nerf.
Oh, I mean. Okay. I get what you mean. This is to me. This is not fucking fine print. They took the character out back and shot him in the head, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not fine print. This is Avatar Belial health, man. Lancelot lost 1,000. He lost 2,000. It's insane.
Yeah. A lot of people will look at when they're looking at a patch note, they'll look at all his stuff that he gained, right? And they'll be like, oh, that's a super buff. Seox is crazy now.
Yep.
received the biggest nerf to Seox is losing so much health.
Yeah, it's a little bit less of a problem now. Like if you took this exact nerf and changed nothing else about the game, it'd be even worse. The damage in the game is definitely just lower overall now. So like it's not gonna be like Avatar himself having 14,000 health is not as big of a problem as it used to be. But still,
yeah,
this is a really big nerf, right?
For sure. It's a big nerf because now Seox players can't. One of the biggest things what Seox had is that he had health to lose and do things.
Yes.
Now he can't be throwing everything out at you at once. Because if he throws something wrong and you punish him, he's not losing like 20-40%. He's losing about 60% of health. For one mistake.
His meter gain being reduced on his close H2s, that's some fine print. I think that's gonna like lead to on average Seox doing a lot less because he ends combos in SBA like 90% of the time right now. He's gonna be able to do that a lot less, I think. And the universal changes. I mean, his throw bait, he wasn't exactly like a U skill combo starter fiend necessarily, but like he did have that throw bait which would do a ton of damage when you got hit by it. That's punishable on spot dodge now, and even if he hits it, it's gonna do less damage, right? Like Seox, if someone was talking, I think someone was saying earlier, was it nothing maybe? But someone was saying earlier that Varus was saying he thinks Seox got buffed. I don't think so. I think Seox is a lot worse.
I think Seox got he got hit pretty hard. They compensated him. The thing was again, the print on there is that this shows that he got a lot of damage. Which is you have to compensate damage for him because
even this. Health. I mean, this is like it's all the damage buffs. So it's this Wolf's Howl move, which is like the like double like palm strike thing he does.
Yes.
This is not a move that is used in combos. This is not a move like this is not a damage buff to Seox. Like it off of like like single hits maybe, but like his damage went down and his health went down and his meter gain went down and everyone has better corner carry now with 6XL close M. So like that was one of the things that was very special about him. That's not as special anymore.
Yeah, and I think another thing a lot of people look through is that if everybody remember, old skills got nerfs. Old skill, everybody old skill.
Fidian just said something in a way that I just really liked. He said, in a way, Seox takes 15% more damage from everyone else if he had 16,000. Exactly. So if in your head right now you're thinking 2,000 health is not a big deal, imagine if Seox, the patch notes instead read, Seox is now always on 1 BP in terms of how much damage he takes. It's not that far away from that, right? So if you were thinking like, oh, it's not that big of a nerf, I love the way you said that, Ophidian. That is, thank you. That is a very, very good way to phrase that. Yeah, he's essentially a little bit, not quite this bad, but almost. Seox now, compared to pre-patch, it's like he was always on 1 BP. It's a fucking huge nerf to lose 2,000 health. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Char.
No. I read that. No, I just read the comment too. Yeah, that's basically what we're explaining.
Very
like
good way to put it.
Seox is getting more. Is going to take more damage, and the fact that if he goes to 1 BP, he's pretty much screwed.
Yeah,
he's very much.
Oh, yeah. If this Seox goes to 1 BP, he's going to hell.
Yeah, and I think I don't want to keep it up too much longer, but one of my biggest favorite thing of this patch, and everybody, I'm gonna say her name, Nier.
Oh,
I think Nier, even though she got hit, don't get me wrong, she got hit pretty hard, but I think overall, it was more of a, hey, we want to make her more unique. We want to make her feel like she takes the time, the skill to play.
Yeah, I will say. So I think Nier. By the way, you know what, guys? Do you know if I can download Twitch VODs and shit, right? Like at this point, I wasn't recording this. This is too good. Like the Char he's fit. I'm gonna make this into a video, I think. So it's fine. If you're okay with that, Char.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah. So the keep goes as long as you want at this point. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But so for, I will say, I think the Nier rework is good in the sense that it makes her, I think it makes her less toxic in a lot of ways. But man, I think they made this character like this is the most nerfed character in the patch by a lot. I think. Nier is the biggest loser of the patch. Yeah, which is expected. Obviously, no one is surprised about that, and I don't think too many people are sad about that either. But like,
yes,
like as far as balance of, I said this. I don't know if you saw it, but I said this a couple of times before. Where I said I think the best PR move for the game is to shoot Nier in the head completely, right? Which they didn't fully do, but they kind of did. But as far as like actual game balance, I don't think she did all of this, right? Like maybe I'm crazy, maybe that's sacrilegious. I don't think you needed to nerf Nier this much to make her like a balanced character. But They did it, so sure.
I think the biggest thing about Nier that I feel really bad about is I also agree. I don't think we needed to shoot her down. I don't think we needed to snap her neck and do all this extra
Can I give you my opinion and then you can tell me what you think about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So like the rework baseline itself, if nothing else changed, this I think is a nerf. It just means the amount of time she spends without death is going to be like it's not going to be as concentrated in like one single instance, but over the course of a match she's going to spend much more time without death than she used to.
No, that's a huge nerf.
Yeah, like just baseline. But then they didn't just do that. How long she spends without death depends on how many stocks she's used, and they made all of her skills use more stocks, do less damage. They made her lose a stock when death gets hit. They hit a lot of her normals when death is out, which isn't that big. Her best normals are still untouched. She can't Raging Strike when death is out at all, right?
Honestly, I want to say something about that.
Sure.
That's right there is the biggest nerf to me.
So I get it.
The fact that she lost Raging Strike when death is out, because now Nier doesn't have an unblockable anymore.
Yeah. Well, okay. They have to remove the unblockable. I get that. But Raging Strike is not just an unblockable. Like it's a conversion tool. It's damage. It's like meter dump. It's not. I think the unblockable could have been removed in a less heavy-handed way. I will say.
No, absolutely.
I don't think I like this. But I know no one's gonna cry for Nier. I don't like this change. I don't think that's fair, honestly.
No, you're right. No one's gonna cry for Nier. Absolutely. But honestly, the thing is, if you really listen to a lot of people, this is me going rant about nerfing characters.
Go for it.
A lot of people didn't want Nier. A lot of the top level players too. Like no one really wanted Nier to get like gutted. We just wanted her to be playable.
Yeah, but the thing is, again,
that's the end of the day. For me, is I don't really care if she was top tier. I want to counterplay.
Yeah, which okay. So the change that I love in here, and actually was in my my patch wishlist video, JU being a mid, that fucking had to happen. Like taking her 50/50 away, like that change is fucking perfect. Good job, right? But like,
absolutely,
and like I would have done that, maybe like nerfed her U skills a bit, but like this is a lot, man. Like you have to think about all these again and her U skills did get nerfed, but like because U skill, at least for 2/2U, is worse now because U skill starters are less damage. Right? But yeah, he uses more stocks. He's gonna be without death for so long. Death loses a stock when he gets hit. No Raging Strike, right? She doesn't have a meterless DP. Like that's such a that Nier got nerfed so hard that them taking her meterless DP away is like a side note. Like that's a fucking gigantic nerf. She doesn't have a meterless DP anymore. I mean, her DP wasn't great to begin with, but
yeah, no, that is a huge nerf to her. Is losing a DP.
Yeah,
mind you, this character, Nier basically lost everything. She lost everything that that identified as Nier. She lost her 50/50s.
Yeah.
She lost her unblockable.
Her damage is gonna be way lower now too.
Ultimate skills universally got nerfed.
This too. Don't forget about this. Buffered skills deal 80% damage, right? And also, her combo's gonna be shorter because she uses more love redemption. So like, her combos gonna be so much shorter because he's gonna die otherwise. He doesn't want to spending too much resource is so risky for her now because the more resource she spends, the longer she stays without death. So
absolutely. Basically, I want to say one thing.
Go for it.
World Death and Love install, that was a compensation buff for her.
True.
It's like, hey, we took everything from you, but now we're gonna give you this install that basically means like you can throw whatever you want out.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that's and another thing. Well, a lot of people have to read the fine print. Yep. Remember, everybody, read the fine print all the time. He loses 63 health per frame. Per
frame. So if you're curious, that is 3,780 health a second?
A second.
So he's gonna die in 4 seconds after she pops this, right?
Just remember, everybody. Remember, if you see a Nier doing this, this is an all-in move.
Yeah,
this is a hey, I have to checkmate you now, or I'm losing.
Yeah. I will say one thing universally they did really well. I think is they tried to make installs useful in this pack, which is great because they were like joke moves before this, right? Siegfried install, I think, is much more useful for him now. Ferry, I mean, listen, they did we can talk about Ferry in a second. They did their best with Ferry, maybe. I don't know. Seox install is cooler now. Nier install is cooler, right? Yeah. I love that. I love that change because they were like joke moves. Uno install is better. Like so many times when I was reading these patch notes yesterday, I'd be like, "Oh, Uno's install is better." People are like, he had an install? No, like nobody knows about this shit because nobody uses them because they suck.
Well, of course, right? No one install. I think installs were the biggest.
Someone just said Uno has an install. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah. Uno, everybody. Uno had an install.
Yeah.
Honestly, all right. I see someone
Ferry?
saying. I see someone saying something about Near still gonna be top tier.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. With all the nerfs she got, and even with the compensation buff to install, she still has to gamble in the end of the day. And I think overall that I think Nier potentially will fall down. We'll see. I'm gonna throw her in my tier list. I'm throwing her in mid, just to see what happens. Because Nier players can always adapt. They always have.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she got worse after the patch, and they labbed her back to top 1. So I believe in the Nier community if they don't all drop her. But yo, by the way, Rukia Kurakami and Darkura channel. Thank you for the follow. Also, Darkura once again says you guys are trolling. No way, Uno had an install. He did, I promise. But yeah, like it's hard. The game is so different now that it's really hard to like place one person. Like this person went from here to here, except Belial. He's top 1 now. It's fine. Everyone else.
No, Belial. All right, everybody. Let's not joke. Belial is number 1.
Yes, yeah. But we'll get to him. I want to talk about what I think are the big misses of the patch and get your opinions on them. But we'll get there. But absolutely. It's hard to say exactly where Nier is. But like, listen, I know everyone hates Nier, and Nier was a menace forever. Sure, but you guys have to be able to change your opinions when faced with new information. Nier has been nerfed. If any one of these nerfs, if a similar significance nerf to any one of these, taking Miro's DP away, losing your 50-50, which is like the defining thing of her character, the whole rework, her resources getting higher, her damage getting lower, if any one of those nerfs happened to any other character in the patch, losing Raging Strike, that's right, people will be like, fuck this game, I'm quitting, right? She got like 6 of them. So, like, I get it. Everyone hates Nier, and Nier was broken forever. I understand. I'm not disputing that. You guys have to be able to change your minds when new information comes up. If you're, like, bottom tier, I don't know. It's impossible to tell. But, like, saying you got nerfed to top 1 is... You're just mad, man. That's not true. There's literally no... Besides the fact that Belial's obviously top 1. That's not... You're insane.
May I say one thing?
Yeah, about that, Go ahead.
I feel like a lot of people... Now, I understand... The biggest thing of coping, like everybody copes, everybody has like, oh, this sucks, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But
Break is 100% right. When provided new information about stuff, especially, look. Let's take an example. Say Belial, right?
Oh my God, please no. Okay, yeah.
Belial lost his Gar Crush.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big nerf.
It's a big deal. It's a big nerf to him. But overall, he got buffed.
Yeah. Especially when you consider that everyone around him was almost as good as him or better, got nerfed really hard. Lancelot, Seox, Nier, Siegfried, I think Siegfried got hit decently hard. Zeta, like all these like Vira, Grimnir, all these really good characters got worse, right?
So. Yeah. No, yeah. Overall, Belial definitively became number 1.
Yeah.
Just because all the characters surrounding him, and that happens a lot in video games. That's just competitive video games happening. A lot of characters get nerfed around a certain character that makes that character definitively the number 1 character. And honestly, one of the big example, and I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, Pokemon for example.
No,
Competitive Pokemon. You'll see it a lot in competitive Pokemon.
Yeah.
Certain Pokemon will fall out of the meta because one Pokemon was dominating. Now, if one Pokemon gets banned from that meta, guess what happens? That Pokemon comes right back because that Pokemon check, in Pokemon term, that check to that Pokemon is now gone. And now that Pokemon can reign supreme. That has always happened. And Nier nerfs, the Nier nerfs, are really bad. Like, in the end of the day, Nier got absolutely shit on. Like, she got slapped around, got shot. Like, they're like, I don't know what they were thinking in the in the freaking room with Nier.
I know what they're thinking. They're thinking everyone's saying I'm not playing Granblue because Nier exists, and like we have to shoot this girl in the head or our game's gonna die. Like the amount of people tell me like in my this says about Beatrix too. Funny enough, I think Beatrix has a kind of a similar story to Belial, where like everyone around her got nerfs harder than she did, I think, and Beatrix is probably actually like a top 5 character again. But yeah, people are saying about Beatrix, but also people are like the amount of people in my comments say like like I literally like Nier's why I don't play this game anymore or shit like that. They saw that shit and they're like, oh fuck, we need to.
I'm sorry, Nier. You gotta take one for the team.
Yeah. For the health of the game, you gotta go, right? Everyone's saying I'm not watching tournaments because it's all Nier, and I hate watching Nier mirrors, and it's like I know what they were thinking. I understand it, but boy, they did not go easy on the girl.
They did not go easy on her. Yeah. Like it honestly it saddens me, and again it saddens me a little bit because I'm a advocate for. I want to see nerfs, but I don't want to see killing nerfs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see the character get so nerfed to the point where they're irrelevant.
Yeah.
I want to see Nier play. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not sure that Nier's irrelevant, and she was so strong, even though she got nerfed. I'm not sure if she's irrelevant, but she's like she dropped like probably like 2 entire tiers or something. It's my guess.
Oh no, she definitely. Again, that's why in my thought process right now, I'm gonna throw her in mid. I'm gonna throw her in mid tier for now.
Yeah, we'll see. But
see
yeah,
how
my initial
everything else happened.
Yeah.
Can we speak about before we go to Belial, because I'm not ready for Belial.
I'm not me either, bro. Do you want to speak about?
Can we talk about 2B?
Oh, okay. It's not okay. Yeah.
This is something that a lot of people. 2B. Man, this character also got gutted pretty bad.
You think so? I mean, she got.
I think some of the fine print, fine print, is that her grab pod, her air stall, and double jump now costing the skill gauge.
That's right.
Now they can't be jumping at anybody. They can't just be spamming jump and getting away with it. However, they have to actually think about it.
What do you think that her U skills using less skill and then a partial reverting of her skill gauge nerfs, like how fast it recovers? Do you think that like helps offset that? I agree, it's a big deal, and even this, by the way, as well. Far M being worse this is like fucking her entire kit in neutral, right? It's like, but like, do you think this helps what you just mentioned, or is it not enough?
I don't think it's enough. I think because in the day, 2B really wants to use her skills.
Yeah,
yes, the faster speed, the faster of regaining that back is really helpful. But when she's using skills and constantly trying to jump in neutral, that's going to add up. That's going to add up a lot on paper.
So I think I can't remember exactly what I said in the video, but I think my initial impression of this was like 2B got nerfed. I don't think I was I had the thought that like, oh my god, like what did they do to 2B? Though I was of the opinion that she got weaker. I mean, one thing I was very surprised to see in a patch that is universally nerfed. So I said when everyone's damage is going down, getting your damage buffed is a big deal. To see like to an extent like 2B damage nerfs felt really weird to me because this character is like the lowest damage character in the game already, besides like Ferry. We'll talk about Ferry. Right?
We don't know what happened to Ferry.
Hippo's in the chat right now. but anyway, so like 2B is already like the lowest damage character in like the whole game. So like the damage nerfs on top of this like everything else, I could feel some venom in these like they wanted to like really nerf 2B. I'm not sure that they like. I mean, like I will say the self-destruct thing is good, I think, but so you say you got gutted. I'm kind of the opinion of like I think you got worse, but I don't know if like you think
gutted might be a harsh word.
Okay,
She definitely. I definitely think she got hit.
Yeah, overall it's a nerf. I agree.
All right, I'll say it. She didn't get neared. She didn't get neared.
Nobody got neared. Nobody got neared.
She just basically like, hey, you 2B players were eating pretty good with that Perry buff. We're taking that away from you. We're gonna go ahead take that from you. We're gonna make you guys think about doing your air jumping stalls and especially that's another thing that I absolutely want to talk about. Her air stall. Where it spends a meter to activate, and as you hold it, it spends more meter. Like that means that they can't just do it all the time. They can't just stay up there for a second or two because that's taking away so much resources that she absolutely needs to be able to do it. Now, I want to say one buff. I don't care what any 2B player says. The the biggest buff is self-destruct.
Yeah, I thought so too. This is like because this is the highest damage super in the game, right? Actually, no, Diva's is now the highest damage super in the game, but this was the highest damage super in the game, right? So like comboing into this does like minimum at max scaling. This does 3,300 damage. That's pretty good.
The fact that all you have to do now is click all 4 buttons if you don't want to do the 720 input.
True. And this didn't even get a technical, like, I think was this the only move in the game that didn't get a technical input buff?
Yeah.
So like it's not like you're losing anything. I mean, you're doing it in a combo anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, like I think this is actually like a nice buff, right?
Yeah. So I think overall, 2B got hit, but I think it was a hit where they were trying to more balance the character out because 2B was getting away with a lot of stuff at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
I think 2B's standing in was absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
disgusting move.
This character is also, I will say, a bit of a PR problem because, like, despite the fact she's 3 DLC ago now, people will not shut the fuck up about telling me how much they hate fighting this character. Like, she's 4 months old, and I've never heard anyone say anything nice about 2B. Oh, I hate her, she doesn't play Granblue, I fucking hate fighting her. Like, so...
Absolutely.
Hitting this character pretty hard is understandable for a similar but less severe reason as, like, hitting Nier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and one big thing, alright, chat, you can yell at me, you can make a meme out of it. I think the funniest thing was self-destruct, because, 2B cheeks install, she gets her cheeks install.
Yeah, 2 booty.
Honestly, I would like to see that move a little bit, because I think it would be fun. Not only it was yes, everybody, I want to see her ass.
Be real, okay? I want to see her ass, okay? And now I get to see it more often.
Oh, come on. No, the biggest thing is, like, you never see self-destruct in the game, in gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Because why use it? And now you get to see it, and honestly, you might see me at World Brawl with 2B just trolling people and self-destruct.
Nice.
Alright, let's go to Belial.
Okay, can we just... Okay, we'll talk about... I think Belial is the worst thing about the whole patch. Let's talk about him last. Let's talk about the second worst thing about the whole patch.
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you think about... Okay, actually, you know what? There's 2 things here. So one thing that I noticed 30 minutes into my patch breakdown video, again, that's it was late enough. Hey, Brave counter's not mentioned anywhere here. That's interesting. It's Brave counter's unchanged. Right. That's weird.
Alrighty. You ready for the most controversial statement I'm about to make?
Can I hard read you as a grappler player?
Yeah.
Is your controversial statement that you think Brave counter was okay as it was?
I think Brave counter is fine.
Okay, can I give you So I made a whole video about this, and it's like it's got a bunch of dislikes on it, but I mostly agree. I think they shouldn't but can I give you one thing though? I think counter hits Brave counter is stupid. I think the hard knock, getting side swapped for getting counter hit Brave counter is dumb.
That I agree with.
Okay,
I agree with
that's the only change I wanted, but it's not in here.
Yeah, I think everybody has to understand that a lot of people compare Rising and Versus a lot, right? Those are 2 completely different games. Like, these are 2 different games. Versus was footsies.
Right.
Rising is about high damage output. In a game where there's high damage output, I think Brave counter is absolutely needed in this game. Because it really... It says, hey, get off me.
Yeah.
And I think allowing the player to be blessed with it is okay. Because it means that, hey, I'm slowing you down, and now I get rewarded for slowing you down.
And again, you're spending the most important resource in the entire game that you get penalized for spending. Again, I'm 100% on board with you. I think it not putting you in chip anymore. I think was a good buff, right? Or a good nerf rather, in the Vayne patch.
Yeah.
If it just pushed you. I heard in the Evo build, people told me. Did you end up going to Evo? You did, right, Charger?
Yes, I did.
People told me in the Evo build that it looked like hard knockdown Brave counter sent you further away, and I was like, oh, they fucking cooked. It's like that's everything we need. But either they were lying to me or it got rolled back or something, right? But like
it must have rolled back. It did. Yeah. Brave counter did send you far away.
Yeah, because like to me,
in that patch,
that's it. Hard knockdown Brave counter like sends you further away, so you can't like side swap people for Brave countering them.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think that was because again, this is what I think. Right. And when you're in a high damage game, you need something. I think to balance out the high damage, you need a really good defensive tool.
100%. I agree 100%. Brave counter.
You can't.
Plus, it being plus on block, it being like safe on you baiting it, it being like so hard to bait a lot of the times. 100% agree. I agree. That's all necessary.
Yeah, and I just think a lot of people is like, oh my god, people are just BCing. Like I'm guilty of that. I am 100% guilty. Sure. I'll sit here, judge. It was me. It was me. 100%. Yes, I use BC a lot. I use BC a whole lot because I think BC is such a useful tool in the end of the day. In a game where everybody's trying to kill you in like 2 interactions.
Sorry, can I? Someone could say something. I think if you're able to block Brave counter, it shouldn't be plus. Like, why are you plus for you not using your precious reversal, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? Maybe like if you made that change, I wouldn't make the hard knockdown change. But the thing is that yes, you're plus, but you have to remember that it's like forcing someone to BC is you are forcing a resource out of them already, right? Like just BCing in and of itself, like spending that brave point is really bad, because at that point, if you spend 1 more, you've become Avatar Belial. If you spend 2 more, you get TOD'd by most of the cast. If so, like just getting them to spend that resource is way better than people think, right? Getting BC'd oftentimes. I say this as a fucking Ladiva main, by the way. Like getting in is really hard, right? But even still, getting BC'd is a win a lot of the time. This game is very much about resources, right? And brave points are the most important resource. So just getting to spend it is already like that's bad for them. So being plus on block is obviously strong, but I think that's I don't mind that, right?
Yeah, honestly, and you said it better than I could say it. I think a lot of people overall, they're like, "Oh, BC is broken, right? BC is broken." You guys don't. You guys are so fixated on it being plus. You keep forgetting. I just used one of the most important resources in the game.
If counter wasn't really good, why the fuck would you ever spend the BP on it?
Like, I just used it. Now I'm down to 2. If I get Raisin Strike, I have 0. I take
good point
50% more. I take 50% more damage, and if you call me out with a Raisin Strike, I'm dead.
Yep.
Like I'm 100% dead. No one ever survives with 0 crystals, unless you're me. But anyways. But like, but I think BC is healthy for the game. Would I fix it? I think originally what you said, Brick. I think that's a correct way to fix it, to make it to make it more of a. I think if I wanted to fix it or make it more fair, quote unquote, just make it plus and make it reset neutral.
You did miss the 2B discussion, cool. Overall, we think she got nerfed pretty decently hard there, but like maybe some of it was necessary. Maybe it's a little much. Self-destruct's a good buff. I mean, I think it's very good for it to be strong. I think it's a little stupid to get put in the corner for getting because that is so because it's not just you getting put in the corner; it's your opponent's getting out of the corner, right? So like it's that is such a huge swing. That now it should be strong. That's too much. That's too much, right? I like again. If this patch said Brave counter, hard knockdown now sends you like full screen or something. Oh, you're cooking. Amazing. That's it. Just keep it everything.
Absolutely.
It's plus on block. It's really strong. It's safe on baits. It does some damage, maybe a little bit. Let's put you in chip. Fine. I don't just hard knockdown's a bit too. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, here now. Okay. Now let's talk about what I think is actually the second worst thing about the patch, and that's hey, well, what did they do to Ferry, man? What? Why did Ferry get nerfed?
I don't know why they. All right, I know for all my Ferry brothers and sisters in the chat, I absolutely love y'all. They did y'all fucking dirty.
They did. Can I say something?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, because like there's one thing everyone keeps telling me, saying, "Oh, she's paying for her vanilla sins." Why the fuck did Belial get buffed? He's been top tier since release. Like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about?
Look, season 1, Ferry, absolutely. But she's been paying for her sins after season 2 of Vanilla. She's been paying for her. Why did she deserve? Again,
Percival got buffed to hell and back in this patch, man. Percival got buffed. Belial got buffed. What are we doing?
Let me remind you, everybody. Belial's been top 5 for 2 games now. Now he's back to being number 1.
Bro has generational wealth. This is crazy. Like 2 full games. He's been top tier, top 5.
Like I feel really bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I hated facing Ferry as.
Bro, I'm a Ladiva main. I'm a Ladiva main, but she didn't deserve this. Right? Like what the fuck is this?
Even I said I don't think she deserves this.
Yeah. Like
that. It's honestly, I pour one out for the Ferry mains.
Someone told me this M Trom nerf here, her like spinny that she pushes you away with. Someone said the startup reducing on this takes away her frame trap, and I'm like, this is also a nerf? I didn't fucking know that. But apparently this is also bad. This right here is apparently also a nerf. This like you could frame trap with this. Apparently she can't now, so it's like a block streak.
Yeah, it's
so, like, what are we doing, guys? Like
I think. Out of all the characters, if I would say the one that got randomly hit for no reason is Ferry. Yeah, Ferry got hit for absolutely.
So now we're saying like there's basically no way to argue anyone but Belial is top 1 now. Ferry, there's a Ferry tier now, unfortunately. Vayne got better. Vayne got a lot better, I think. Avatar got better. I'm not entirely. So in my opinion, maybe you disagree with this, but in my opinion, the bottom 5 before was in this order roughly. It was It was Avatar, Vayne, Ferry. Who's number 4? I forget. Someone, and then Ladiva, was my opinion. Maybe Ladiva. Maybe I'm underrating Ladiva. Who knows?
I think it was Matera. Everybody would put.
Yeah, maybe
Matera
you might be right.
5.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like Matera got buffed. I think Ladiva got buffed actually. I think like Ladiva got reworked really hard, but I think it's probably better now. Avatar got buffed.
I'm just saying one thing.
Yep,
Y'all better watch out with my rules. I'm about to command grab you every single day. You thought the 6-6M to you was crazy? Let me tell you, you're about to get mixed.
Charlie was getting to master the day of the. Well, you already get to master maybe? Or,
yeah, I did. Awesome. I'm telling you, Ladiva was a 50-50 character this entire time. It's crazy.
Yeah. Turns out now they made her a real. They made her get H command grab and take 6,000 damage. So, Geo Answer, thanks for the follow. But yeah, so. The thing, my point is that everyone in the bottom 5 and everyone above the bottom 5 and everyone way up, like mid-tier characters, all got buffed. And then Ferry got almost certainly nerfed. If you want to be like giga optimistic on this Beppo stuff with the pushback, right? If they want this to replace her far M and far H and it pushes you back all the way to full screen, then like if you want to be literally as generous to side games as you can possibly be, Ferry got side graded. He's the same. That is still in a patch where everyone's getting buffed. Everyone above her and around her is getting buffed. That's a huge nerf. There is now a Ferry tier. A Ferry is bottom 1 in her own tier, unfortunately. It's just there's almost no discussion about that.
I do think Ferry became definitively the worst character in the game.
Like there's a Belial tier and a Ferry tier. The tier looks really weird now.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It really does because like, again, why nerf her? She was already bad as it is.
Ferry worse than Belial? Oh, way worse. Again, Avatar, I don't think... it's hard to tell. It looks like Avatar's nerfs, they look good to me, but also, again, remember, while having 14,000 health is still a big problem, is he always had that, and now that is less of a problem than it used to be, because the game's damage went down. Avatar's not really a use skill starter guy. He uses use skills in the middle of his combos. Like, a lot of the system mechanics don't really hurt him, right? The universal changes. And then the game is lower damage, so his biggest weakness isn't as bad, and he got some good buffs. So, like, Avatar is, like, probably still like on the lower end of the cast, I'd figure. He's probably still an inconsistent character, but he's way better. So like, yeah, Ferry and Avatar are like 2 tiers apart now, or so. It's so like everyone is 2 tiers apart from Ferry now. It's very sad. It's very sad.
It is very sad. I honestly, man, it does make me cry, shed a tear for the Ferry players.
It's crazy, man. It's so. He got nerfed from bottom 2 to bottom 1. 2 tiers might be a stretch. Yeah, I mean maybe he's like the tier. I mean, I'm thinking more so as like Ferry is like in her own tier at the bottom, so that adds 1,
Absolutely.
Anyways, so yeah, Ferry, what can you say? I was laughing out loud, literally. I like got up when I was reading this shit yesterday, but oh well. You know what wasn't very funny?
I would be laughing too.
You know what I wasn't laughing about? So this will be the last thing we talk about probably. But what? Okay, all right, side games. Listen. No, I get it. You took his guard crush away. No, sure, yeah. What are we doing here? I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't think we have, like, much of an interesting discussion to have about Belial. I think we probably agree on Belial, like, pretty, strongly, but, like, I just want you to, like, validate my emotions of, like, what the fuck is happening here? He got, like, 8 or 9 moderate buffs. I'm not saying they're, like, huge buffs. But he got, like, 8 or 9, like, moderate buffs, and then they took his guard crush combo away, and then they nerfed everyone around him and everyone below him, and they called it a patch.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think he needed any type of buffs. I think he really needed nerfs to maintain, because Belial, definitively, I think Belial was number 3. He was the third best character.
3 or 4 in my head, but yeah, I mean, splitting hairs at that point. I agree.
I think he needed to be adjusted, because he was really good at just saying, well, I'm going to hit you with Far H now, because you went.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's give, if people don't know, let's give some context, right? So, in my opinion, right? So, things that were incredibly powerful on Belial that weren't touched. His guard crush thing's gone. Okay, sure. Plus on block 2M, that is also a low, the only normal of its kind in the entire game. Still there. Far H, maybe the best normal in the entire game. At the very least, the best shimmy normal in the entire game. Just overwhelming mental stack. 17 different tools that are like, oh, it's all reactable. Sure, yeah, just react to it. But like, they're all different. You have to react to all of them differently. On top of good backwards and forwards walk speed. Again, on top of the best shimmying in the entire game. Right? So, like, you're already worried. That's his basic game plan. Like, this is strike throw of, like, walk back, walk forward, strike throw, close H, shimmy. Is the best in the game. And then he's got, like, plus on block fireball. He's got, a command grab. He's got plus on block DP. His DP itself is not that punishable, right? He's, again, like, the 2 best normals in the entire game. He's got a parry. I'm missing shit. There's so much stuff. I'm forgetting it. Yeah, right. He can steal turns with his fireball to not spend the cooldown. It's obviously there's a gap there. You can hit him for it. But, like, again, with everything else you have to worry about, he can steal turns to get, like, plus 12 with no cooldown. None of that is in here. What are we, like, did I miss something? There's too much shit on this character. Did I miss something, Char? But, like, none of that shit's in the patch.
No, you didn't miss anything. The character just got better. The character got better. If the thing a lot of people were like, well, ultimate skill got nerfed. Here's the thing. Belial really didn't need his ultimate skills to begin with.
Bro, he was the character who used ultimate. Him or Siegfried were the character that used ultimate skills the least. Outside of the guard crush, which they've taken away now, so, But, like, his regular skills and just regular, like, he was playing Vanilla Rising and was top 3. Like, the system mechanics are good for Belial because the universal changes, because they nerf everyone else's damage relative to him, and he doesn't get hurt by it. So, like, even the universal mechanics are a buff to this motherfucker. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
They had to steal the battle pass some way.
That's what everyone keeps telling me. Like, you could fucking, I get it. Sure, maybe, like, once this battle pass is done, they emergency nerf him. I don't know. But, like, it's fucking, I was kidding, man. I said multiple times as a joke. I was like, yo, Belial mains get ready to be top 1 after the patch when everyone around you gets nerfed and you don't and get buffed. Saying as a joke. And then I was like, ooh, like, when Evo was happening, I was like, bro, all, like, Toro's obviously great. Aaron, that's the homie, but, like, I need Aaron to win so that Psy Games can see that Belial won Evo and be like, oh, this guy might be kind of strong. Because he was not in the patch notes at all in the Vayne patch, right? So, like, oh, if he wins Evo, then I'd be like, this guy's kind of strong. So I was like, oh, he won Evo. Awesome. Belial nerfs secured. Even that wasn't enough. Again, not that I think that a character winning Evo means they're broken necessarily, but I'm like, at least on top of everything else, it's like, oh, he also won Evo. Maybe we could take a look at this Belial guy. What?
Yeah, Belial, I've been dealing with this since Versus.
Yeah, I've not played Vanilla, but yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a running meme I tell everybody. Belial will always be top 5, no matter what.
I guess this is me, like, being a baby, like, being new to the Granblue Fantasy Versus, right? And I'm like, God, Belial's so strong. He's, like, the perfect character. Like, surely Belial will get nerfed, right? And then everyone who's played Versus is like, yeah, buddy. Whatever you say, right?
Yeah, Belial is just that character where, like,
yeah, people are saying,
I swear to God, I see him. Every patch note, I see this character in. I was like, what are we doing with him? Do we just want him to be the best character? If you want him to be the best character, fine by me. Just tell us on the patch.
Okay, wait, no. I think they did, though. People are telling me read this text in the beginning. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Belial appears to have a standard set of skills at first, but he's capable of rattling the defenses of any foe using tricky moves like Gosha and Vasago. So they know, it looks like he's straightforward, but his mental stack is crazy. Although he doesn't have as many adjustments as other characters, they're acknowledging they obviously didn't fucking nerf him, we left his strong neutral game alone while increasing his chain options?
They love Belial. I'm telling everybody, they love Belial in this game. They love Belial more than they love Gran. I mean, it's just what it is. I have nothing to really too much to say. They can't really.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I'm fucking lost.
I'm just lost. I was like,
I did not read.
If you are not maining Belial, I'm just saying this now. If you're playing Belial right now, if you're interested in competitive Granblue now,
exactly. If you're playing this game for money, what the fuck are you doing not picking up Belial?
Play Belial. If you were playing a character that was like, let's say you were playing Ladiva. Let's say you were playing Ladiva and you really love Ladiva, but you want to win tournament.
Don't play Ladiva, play Belial.
If you want to play Ladiva, go ahead and play it. Just have a pocket Belial.
Yeah. But then you go down the pipeline of like, oh, I only use Belial for bad matchups, and then you just they're all bad. You all just end up always playing Belial. But like this, I'm sorry. I didn't read this paragraph yesterday. What the fuck? They just say, so Belial was pretty strong. He doesn't look strong, but he is. We know he's strong. We didn't really nerf him. We decided to keep the strong about him strong and then buff his ass. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we? Yeah. This like in the patch straight up said we want Belial to be top 1. Like you said, like, oh, if you want to make him top 1, just say that. Turns out they did. Oh, my bad. Yeah, they just did. That's on me. I didn't realize.
Yeah, they really they just really love Belial in this game. This character, it is so crazy. I'm actually in tears of the fact that wow, Belial, like, I had a dream that Belial was going to be number 1. I didn't think it would be reality.
Turns out it was a nightmare.
It was Belial's number 1.
And honestly, Ferry's nerfed.
Ferry got destroyed for some odd reason. Nier died. Nier got shot in the back of the alleyway.
I'm so pissed because like this patch, almost all the changes to all of the characters, I'm like, yo, sick. Nier got over nerfed, quote unquote, but again, I think it was necessary. Like for the PR of the game, you needed to kill Nier, and they did. Fine. Overall, I'm like the characters that funny enough, like it kind of lined up really well with my own tier list. So I'm like, maybe me and Side Games are thinking alike, but that means I'm an idiot because they buffed Belial, so clearly something's wrong with me. But like a lot of the characters that I thought were quite strong got nerfed. A lot of the ones that I thought were either mid or lower got buffed, and I was like, for me, there was some subjective stuff I wanted in the patch that didn't really happen. I wanted universally all the SBAs, all the DPs to get more punishable, and I personally wanted U skills to be more punishable on block or spot dodge. But I didn't. I personally would not have touched the rewards. But again, that's subjective stuff, right? But overall, I'm like, this patch is 90% perfect.
No,
95% perfect.
I think this patch is really my friends. I'm sorry, but this patch is fucking great.
Yeah,
this is the best, one of the best patch we could potentially gotten.
But what the fuck are we doing with Belial? What are we doing? Like, it's so goddamn. Like, Ferry's sad, but Ferry's not bad for the Ferry getting nerf's not bad for the game. It's unfair. Belial is unhealthy for the game at this point. Like, what the fuck are we doing with Belial, guys?
Belial is 100%. Belial. Let me just say it until what Vika. Oh.
Vikala, yeah.
Vikala. Can I say one thing?
Go for it, though. Yeah, we're about to close up here, I think. But yeah, go. Any final thoughts from you?
Before I get to my final thoughts.
Yep.
Versusia, I absolutely love her. I think she's gonna be. I think she's gonna be an amazing character in the game.
I think she looks. Her animations are cool. Her design's cool. I think she looks fun to play, but complicated but fun. And I actually think she looks fun to fight too. I think there's a lot of counterplay there. Like she seems balanced to me. Very, very fun. Very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But for my final thoughts on this patch, I think this patch really helped out a lot of characters.
Yep.
Vasaraga, I'm gonna keep it a bug. I think Vasaraga was really good. I think he was a mid tier at best.
So when we talk about changing your opinions with new information, I think compared to a lot of the community, I think I rated Voss a lot lower. I didn't think Voss was that good before this. However, holy shit, are those buffs? I think. Goddamn, I think he's definitely really good now. Even if he wasn't before.
Besides Belial, I think we'll have a new top four. I mean, Beatrix might slide back into top 5 just because it's Beatrix.
Yeah. I will say, outside of Belial, I think it's hard. Again, Belial is the fucking exception, like fucking Aoi Toto, I guess. But like, outside of Belial, I think it's quite difficult to really tell. Like, is Beatrix top 3? Is Gran somewhere? Is Lucilius? Is Vasaraga? I don't know, right? But like,
yeah.
I can tell you for sure, though. Yeah, Voss got a lot better. Certainly, got a lot better.
I think, again, like, I think the biggest thing about this is the fact that let me tell you something. One of the biggest thing I'm so excited for is the fact that the tier list is gonna be shaken up. every character are going to go to a new position.
Yeah, it's totally different now. The only thing that's not different is Ferry was bottom 2 and now she's bottom 1. But besides that, and Belial was top 3 and now he's top 1. Everyone else is moving a lot though.
Yeah, everybody's. I mean, hell, I mean, by technology, they technically did move spots. So I mean,
everyone moved. Dude, I don't know how I didn't think about this until now. Bro, I don't want to fucking fight Fuselit ever again.
No, I don't. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a buck. I'm only playing Versusia against Vasraga.
Yeah, we gotta find the worst. Though I will say though, I think in a lot of ways, I think Belial had a good matchup into Vasraga. I think with her getting so much more command grab focused, I think it might be better now. But anyway.
Absolutely. But overall, I think this patch, I want to say 90. I want to say 95, maybe 90%. I think this patch is amazing.
Yeah. It's just the Belial miss is really big. Like, again, Ferry is sad and unfair. It's not that big of a deal. Brave counter, I think, is a little disappointing that they didn't get touched a little bit, especially the hard knockdown stuff. But, like, those are, and there's some subjective stuff for me. That's fine. But, like, this Belial is a really, 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 really big miss, right? Unfortunately, despite everything else being so good, this is a really bad miss, I think.
Yes, but, absolutely.
Oh, well.
I think Belial is... Probably out of all, I will say this: biggest loser of the patch, Nier.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Unfortunately,
yes.
Nier is the biggest loser of the patch. I think choosing the biggest winner is kind of hard because a lot of character won. But if I had to
funny enough, it's not Belial. Belial's not the biggest winner. It's just that he already won. He just got pushed further forward, right? The biggest. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be it'll be someone we don't even expect. Like I would expect I think Gran looks really scary. I think Lucilia looks really scary. I think Vasraga looks really scary. There's a lot of different characters that could be.
I was about to say that. I think the biggest winner of this patch is Lucilius.
Lucilius looks spooky.
Lucilius. The biggest issue I had with Lucilius is that it really feel like he didn't really gain much from doing stuff.
I was
now the character is this. Have fun with him.
Yeah, I was looking at the patch notes. I'm like, he's the final boss again. Like he's the canon. Like he's gonna Paradise Lost your ass for real.
Yeah, like Lucilius' biggest winner in my opinion. Nier, biggest loser of the patch.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, thanks, man. Okay, so by the way, someone said turn this into a video. I don't know how to do this, but I'm sure I can download the VOD and then edit it, so I should be fine. But I imagine there's some way to do that on Twitch. If there isn't, then blame Jeff Bezos. But there's got to be a way, right? So yeah, the plan is definitely to make this into it was you, Darkura. That's right. Yeah, that's definitely the plan. That's definitely the plan. Okay, yeah. Well, Char, this is kind of impromptu, but thank you very much. It was very cool hearing like a top player opinion on these sorts of things. So
absolutely.
I appreciate it, dog. Yeah.
Thank you for letting me speak about Vira because I honestly I ain't gonna lie. I heard you talking about her a little bit, and I was like, I have to come. No,
you're right. I was wrong. I was wrong about that.
I have to open his mind a little bit.
My mind, bro. I'm in all heaven and earth. I alone am the honored one. I get it now. I get it. I see.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that explanation, and thanks in general, man. Yeah. Have a good day. I suppose I'll kick you out right now, and I'll get back to regular scheduled programming there.
All right. Thank you. I'll see you.
Yep. See you, man. What a guy that Char is, huh? What an articulate young man as well.